It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Okay, students, this is your 5-minute warning. I repeat, 5-minute warning.
Silence. This is the 5-minute warning with Ruben Brown, happening right now.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing out there tonight in the land of the internet? Once again, welcome to 5-minute warning. It is always your boy, Ruben, here to educate you on the side of the world that you might not necessarily see. And of course, as always, got my homeboy Moby in the house.
What's going on? We educating the world. That's what you labeling we doing.
I mean, somebody got to, man. If it's gonna be, if somebody's got to educate, it might as well be us.
I mean, I could think of a whole bunch of other people which probably should be over us, but I mean, hey,
I could too, but
if somebody wants to listen, that's cool.
I'll take that responsibility, at least just for this show. We will see AG momentarily. He is drowning his sorrows out of watching a horrible Orioles game, which he should have known they would have lost anyway, but he will be joining us shortly. Man, I went and worked out today, and I feel kind of fat. Like, I need this stuff to go away, man. Like, I need to wake up one morning and I am Adonis. Like, I got a 6-pack.
Bro, I don't think it works like that. And honestly, man, I gave up on the idea of having a 6-pack when I was like, I don't know, 15. I'm just like, I just want to kind of look okay in my clothes. I'm not even worried about not having clothes on. I'm just like, hey, let's just get down to the point where I look okay in clothes. Like, let's be out here making people think. Like, I don't know, maybe he's in shape, maybe he's not. Like, we don't know.
I mean, I guess that's fair. I think the last time I even had a thought process of maybe possibly having a 6-pack or a 2-pack or something is my senior year in high school when I decided I wanted to play soccer. And I was a strong 200 pounds. And then after 3 weeks of training, because back then we had to run to practice, which was 3 miles. So literally, we would change clothes after school. We change clothes, put our stuff on the bus, and run our happy ass 3 miles down the street. Now, with that being said, I was 200 pounds. I won't exactly. And after a while, 25 pounds just disappeared.
Bro, I ain't been 200 pounds since middle school.
Oh, wow.
Like, and that's real. I ain't been 200 pounds since middle school.
And I mean, back then, I didn't have a real stomach at that point. You know, playing soccer, I was running around. So, you know, I may have gotten a 2-pack, but that was probably accidental because I clearly didn't try to do it. But hey, man, it's what it is. Will I ever see a 6-pack? No. I mean, I could, but then I'm going to get a whole lot of questions.
Bro, you can go to the store right now and get a 6-pack.
I mean, that's true. I mean, that's probably the only type of 6-pack I would be getting. But yeah, man, it's crazy out in these streets, man. You know, because I look at guys at the gym and I'm just like, I don't like any of y'all.
Hey, I ain't mad at them dudes. I just, you know, I need to feel that type of dedication. COVID messed my world up because, you know, I used to be in the gym playing basketball, you know, pretending to be athletic.
Athletic? With
athletic, yeah, athletic.
I mean, you've had that drive. I ain't never had that drive. But I've been going to gym 3 days a week. I kind of got a routine going, you know. But, like, I looked at my arms today after I bench pressed about 65 pounds. Because, you know, anything more than that, I'm going to be like that dude who can't lift nothing and it's on his neck. And that's a bad day because there won't nobody up in the gym on Sunday. I'd have died right there. And, you know, it's just the flab that's on the arms, man. It's almost disrespectful. But with that being said,
Yeah, let's
I
get
used
into the show.
I used to be 360 pounds, so I'm not that anymore. So I'm happy about that. But yo,
I'm
I
hella
mean,
distracted right now because it is
I can
game
tell.
7. So I'm just letting you know, if anybody's out there watching, they keeps wondering what I'm looking at. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm gonna cry tonight or if I'm gonna feign incitement because I'm back on this. As Bomani Jones says, I'm back on this narcotic called being an Atlanta Hawks fan.
I mean, you know, here's the truth, man. You at least got to be happy that y'all made it this far, even though y'all probably should have won Game 6. You know?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I actually am. Like, I don't even. I shouldn't say I don't care. I mean, of course, I want us to win, but I don't even care, man, because we just look like a real functional basketball team, and like we got 3 players hurt right now, and we're putting up a good fight. And I'm just like, maybe this offseason we'll actually be able to get a free agent, because for some reason in the most black league in America, we're in the blackest city in America, and for some reason can't ever get a good free agent to come here. So,
I mean, you got Capella, yo, which is a pick and roll monster.
They traded for Capella. They didn't get him as a free agent.
I mean, I understand that, man, but at least you got some black people on the team. That's all I'm saying.
No, it's not. It's not about the people on the team. I like the people on the team. It's just historically we never can get a free agent.
I mean, well, you should be able to get one next year. I just don't know who it'll be. Hopefully. But you should be able to get one next year.
I don't even know who's out there. So, but yeah, that's another story. So let's get into this. Let's get into this beat down.
So, when keeping it real goes wrong, the McDonald's edition, I think that's what we'll call it today, because, yo, how about this woman? First of all, I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know why she decided that she wanted to cross the what do they call that? I call it the channel, the counter. Yeah, man. First of all, if you cross any counter,
we got to explain. So there's a video clip of a lady who I don't know if she is disturbed. I don't know if she's having a mental health breakdown. I don't know if she just, was mad that her fries were cold. I don't know. But the video just starts with her yelling behind the counter at McDonald's. And she really did hit one chick first. And they kind of separated them. And then so she casually goes with her drink to the drink machine, put some ice.
No, hold on, man. Stop it. We got to, first of all, she didn't casually go anywhere. Like, after she's dropping F-bombs and yelling and things of that such, they told her to leave, and she feigned, or in another word, she faked like she was leaving, and she went to the soda machine with a cup. And as I'm looking at this clip, I'm just like, she ain't about to do it, bro. She ain't about to do it. And I'm sitting there watching her put ice and water in this cup. She ain't about to do it. She ain't about to do it. Because we already know, what's about to happen. A mad, upset black woman with a cup full of liquid. She ain't about to drink it.
Yeah, she about to throw it.
And sure enough, she went and threw it. And can we give props to the manager? Because she looked like she wanted to give her a 2-piece and a biscuit. But it stopped. And her employee's like, don't hit my manager. Don't hit my manager. And I was like, and the manager looked like she was about to take care of business. So, back to the story. She gets her drink of ice water. And as we all expected, she throws it on the manager. And this is when David Chappelle pops in, talking about somebody from David Chappelle's show popping in and say, she had to make a decision. And she going to keep it real or not. And she decides she wanted to keep it real. And the employee, not the manager, the employee came in, threw her on the ground, and MMA ground and pounded her.
Yeah, I was a bit confused because they said the clip was in McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
But apparently the employee worked at Church's Chicken because she just gave her an 8-piece, no sides, just 8-piece, no sides, all dark meat.
Oh, oh my God, man. And I mean, first of all, shout out to the woman who gave her the 8-piece. But bruh, she ain't had nothing to lose. I mean, she was just like, she told the woman multiple times, don't touch my manager. Don't touch my manager. She even let her touch her like twice. And then she threw the cup on her. Man, she was like, I'm protecting my manager. And the 8-piece beatdown. And as she is striking her face, and the only thing I can think about is Herb Dean just looking to make sure she out or not.
Yeah, she
as he sees the soul go away.
Yeah, somebody should have called the fight. She wasn't defending herself.
Not at all. Not at all. And then
I still just wanted to know. I really wanted to know what like led to these events. But after it happened, it was like, and then when the police got there, the police were there watching the beatdown, and nobody ran in. It was like they were officials at a hockey match, and they was just like, all right, we gotta wait for them to hit the ground. Okay, now we'll break it up. And then everybody was cool. Like it was the weirdest. It was the weirdest thing ever to see somebody get beat down while the police watched, and then the police arrest the person that got beat down.
Yeah. Because after the beatdown, they came in and was like, all right, let's go. And then she was all quiet and stuff. But how about, man? So first of all, and I hate to do it like this, but there's really no other way to say it. The dude who was recording.
Did he say he said World Star too? And I'm just like, look, man,
he was clearly Caucasian.
At this point in time, white people, if you video recording something and somebody's in a fight, like let's not yell out World Star no more. It's redundant because we already know you're gonna put it on World Star. Like, so we don't need you to yell out World Star. It's just gonna end up there.
It was funny though, because it came out of absolutely nowhere. World Star.
I mean, it did. Because I also was like, whose side are you on? Like, I really want to know whose side this person was on. Because I'm like, if you here for the chick that got beat down, did you just watch your peoples get beat down? And then I was like, and if you are here for the McDonald's employees, you could have broke this up before the beat down even ensued. You were literally there just hoping that some cool shit would happen so you could yell out World Star.
Pretty much. And it was crazy because he was like, I guess they thanked him for recording it. And I was just kind of like, we thanking people for recording stuff now? But I guess,
because as a man, when two women are fighting, the only thing you possibly can do to contribute is record
it. Yeah, you ain't getting in it.
He said, I can't afford
because you're going to jail. Yeah, because then you go to jail. You had nothing to do with it, but if you step in, you going to jail.
Yeah, and as somebody who has worked at an establishment in which you have to break up fights, aka like if you ever been a bouncer, like you don't break up two women fighting. You just don't.
That's why the cops didn't jump in.
It's dangerous, man. Because you break up two dudes that are fighting, their anger is directed towards each other. So once you separate them, they generally stop throwing fisticuffs. Women, when they get in that anger mode, it's directed to whoever's near. And so you mess around trying to break up a fight and you have slashes across your cheek from where you became the enemy temporarily. And I'm too light skinned for that. Like I know I don't pull out that Drake card that often, but right now it's like,
I mean, I got this dot from I guess a zit or something like 3 years ago, and the thing is still there. It takes forever to heal, man. Light skinned people, man.
Can't imagine one of them chicks getting them claws into you.
Oh, definitely not, man. You be looking like Wolverine jacked up. What happened to you, Wolverine?
I think we beat this story down enough.
Oh,
but yeah, it was funny seeing that McDonald's employee let me know that there is still at least one Church's chicken somewhere because she was giving she was giving out 8 pieces. For the cheap. 8
pieces for $5, baby. $4.99. That's what I'm talking about. Man, what's up, E Money? E Money in the house today. Good. And speaking of talking about women and beatdowns, so look, man, I understand you got enemies and stuff, but what I will say is there are limits to what you be talking about. So we have a Florida Republican, and yes, she's a woman. And
first of all, does it count? Like, if you're an international delegate? I mean, because U.S. stops at Georgia. Like, I thought we had established that on this show a long time ago.
Yeah, but you know, so I'm sorry, and I completely misread it. So basically, what happens is we have a woman running for Republican congressional seat in Florida, because you know Florida is where all the craziness goes down. However, the incumbent William Braddock had this statement. I really don't want to have to end anybody's life for the good of the people of the United States of America. ... But if it needs to be done, it needs to be done. Unquote.
Man, this dude out here sounding like old boy from Rocky. If she dies, she dies. Like,
I had nothing to do with it. I mean, maybe it's better for the country. And I'm thinking to myself,
if she dies, she dies, bro.
Because I'm just saying, man, just because she's running for a congressional seat, she need to be taken out. That's what it is these days. She can't just lose by votes. Nah, man.
He did say it would break his heart. It would break my heart if she had to die. But if it needs to be done, it needs to be done. I mean, shit.
I got you. That's what he's saying. Hey, look, man. If it gets this serious and we just need to, take it out, I'll take it out. And
the coldest quote ever. She's a dead squirrel you run over every day when you leave the neighborhood.
Yep. Luna is an effing speed bump in the road. Wow.
I mean, who knew these Florida congressional people was like the real gangsters? Like,
but then he's talking about, here's the greatest part, right? So once again, she is running for a congressional seat in Florida. And this dude is talking about getting a Russian Ukrainian hit squad on her.
Hey, man, if she dies, she dies. Like I said, if she dies, she dies, man.
It's one thing to outsource to
this some cartel stuff right here.
Yeah, this is some out of country stuff, man.
Are they running for office? Are they trying to be the king of cocaine? You know what I'm saying? Like what?
I'm just like, I mean, like, what did she do to you, man, that you hate her so much? And it was a whole bunch of nothing. It's just like
challenged his seat. A lot of these white males in office don't like to be challenged.
I mean, quote, I have access to a hit squad too. Ukrainians and Russians. Don't get caught out in public supporting Luna. Luna's gonna go down, and I hope it's by herself. What? Yo,
I mean, he's not even trying to hide it.
Yo, is it that serious in the international state of Florida? It is that serious, man.
I mean, part of me is like, this is disgusting, but the other part of me is like, yo, if you can't respect that gangster, you just can't respect it, because he just out there in the open.
I mean,
he not even speaking in code.
Yeah, he put it on wax. They recorded this. He's like, I don't care. Code. Yeah, that's just.
I mean, I guess he said if Trump said he could go out to the street and literally shoot somebody and get away with it, he's like, I can just talk about my Russian hit squad.
I mean, my polling people are going to charge me $20,000 to do a poll right before the primary. If the poll says Luna's going to win, she's got to be gone. She's going to disappear. What?
Yo, you can't make to people who might be listening and be like, why y'all making a big deal out of this? Like, do you realize this is literally a congressional person basically talking about some like Scarface, like gangster stuff? Like, he's just like, I mean, she might just conveniently disappear if,
feed it to the fishes, yo. I mean, really? This is some Marlon Brando stuff.
Be wearing them concrete shoes in the ocean.
Oh, man. I'm just like, yo, that's just. I mean, she's
I don't
gonna
know
be
what else,
gone.
I don't know what else to say. I wish AG was here to talk about it because he would talk about it like it was matter of fact, but like he has this mentality that they just don't care, and like I know they don't care, but like when they start like just putting it in recordings like this bluntly, like hey
Yeah,
man, that's why I say U.S. stops at Georgia because like Florida, he talking like he a Cuban politician or something right now, man, like.
and they
And
asked
they,
the
and they
dude.
got the audacity to talk about socialism being close to communism. Like, no, you sounding like a communist right now. I'm like,
And they asked him if the killers were snipers, and he described them as, quote, Russian mafia, close battle combat, Tech 9s, Mac 10, silencers kind of things. No snipers, up close and personal, so they know that the target is gone. Oh, they,
zero F's given.
yeah.
Zero F's given.
And this guy's loose. I mean, if it's not a way, if it's not a reason to arrest somebody on suspicion, this might be the one.
That is like white man equivalent of basically him just saying, "Who won't come test me now?"
I mean that yo man.
If this was reality TV, it would be some housewife saying, "Who gonna check me, boo?" Like he just does not care.
Yo, it's the crazy part about it is like, you know, they tape the conversation, and the dude's like, "What conversation? I gotta sue somebody." What?
America, this is white privilege. To be able to threaten somebody with a damn hit squad and still be walking free.
I mean,
if I threaten to get my partners to jump somebody, I'd be in jail tonight. He talking about taking somebody out.
I mean, if it needs to be done, it needs to be done.
Hey,
yo, how cold is that?
If she dies, she dies, man. That's literally what Draco just came and said. If she dies, she dies. You know?
Draco. I mean, if Creed dies, I mean,
you know, he dies. He dies.
He stepped in the ring. You know, yeah. What am I supposed to, this is this fight. Yeah, man. This is
man. Who's like the captain of police in this district, man? Is it like Herb Dean? He's like, I gotta see the death before I arrest anyone.
Yo, he gonna pay $20,000 to get a poll done. And if she winning,
so he basically just said $20,000 hit. He didn't even say it in code.
No,
he said I got 20 stacks to get rid of this chick. Who want to cash in?
Yeah,
who want to cash in?
Yo, man, this is like I saw this article and I was just like, get out of here with this, man. This is on Politico, so it's like it's at least 80% legit, you know. And I'm just like,
I mean, I didn't check the source. I was just like, yo, if this is 100% true, this may be the most gangster shit ever. And this may be the most gangster shit CNN has ever chosen to ignore.
And maybe they need to ignore this because why give this dude a platform? Like we just gave him a platform, but nobody listens to us. And
that's
it's just
true.
like, well, people do listen to us, but it's just like CNN people ain't listening to us. But it's like, come on, bro. I mean, you basically just said if she got to go, oh well. You know, what they say, tough titty. I mean, yo, it's just this our world, man. Our world's getting crazy, and our world keeps getting crazier because apparently, you know, I don't understand. Like for the last couple of months, we've been talking about school stuff, but everything seems to happen in private schools. All this craziness doesn't happen in public schools because nobody's brave enough to do something stupid like this in a public school. So in New York, at elite Manhattan school, the Spence School, which is on the Upper East Side, basically had to apologize because someone played a video that basically, quote, tarred and feathered white women. Now, first I was like, what? What is this? Like, I didn't even know what it was. And then I kept reading, and it was just like, apparently the video just talked about how terrible white women are. Now, once again, it is $57,000 to send your kid to this academy for a year.
Bro, that's college.
Exactly.
Bro,
so,
you send your kid to college. That's what's going on.
I mean, so I'm just like, somebody played in the school. Like, I don't understand. And then there's like the video is not part of the curriculum. Let's hope not. You know.
Hold on. Somebody felt the need to say that. Hey, just in case y'all want to know, that video ain't part of the curriculum. Like, we don't do that all the time.
Yeah, because apparently it was a satirical video that made fun of white women, and they said it was a significant mistake to put it on video to show kids. Duh.
Ain't part of the curriculum though, so it's cool.
I mean, it ain't us. It ain't our fault.
Yeah, it's cool.
Some dude just made a bad decision. You know, and we're gonna strengthen the faculty protocols. Hold on, man. Let's stop for a second. Are you telling me these people paying $57,000 a year to send them kids to school, and their security is worse than public school?
Guess they figured they didn't need security since they priced the riffraff out.
I mean, because there's that 2 weeks when kids only watch movies in class because for whatever reason, Lord knows if they can teach something. I was talking to one of my teacher friends about it, and he was just like, yeah, for like 2 weeks, all we do is play movies because we can't teach. Like, it's for whatever reason we can't teach because they got to be in school a certain amount of days. But that end of the last 2 weeks of school, there's literally zero teaching going on. It's just a whole bunch of random. So, like, they watch movies all week. And it's just like, so, basically, you're paying $57,000 to send your kids to a private school for them to watch videos. And if you're a white kid, you're watching a video of how bad your mom is.
But it's not part of the curriculum, Ruben. It's all right. They're good. And yes, to anybody who's asking, I am half paying attention to this podcast right now because it is Game 7, and Hawks and Philly are a 1-point game right now, and I'm emotionally invested. And I'm not. I'm emotionally invested.
I mean, but it's gonna be on after the podcast is over.
I mean, yeah, but I'm missing it right now, and like I just like torturing myself, man. That's all. Me rooting for the Hawks has just been 30 plus years of just making myself miserable. I pretty much root for teams just to prove how loyal of a person I am. Because like all my teams really never actually have won a championship in my life. I'm sorry, the Braves won one World Series. So I've seen one time in my life, in my 38-year existence, I have actually been a fan of a team who won it all.
I'm so sorry for you.
And the rest of my life, I've just been proving that I'm loyal enough to stick with it.
That's right, because you weren't alive in '84 when the Raiders won it all.
No, I mean I was, but I mean technically they won the Super Bowl. It's '83. They won the Super Bowl like 4 months before I was born, so it was the same year.
So you were kind of hanging out.
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
but your mom probably wasn't watching it.
I'm pretty sure she wasn't.
So I guess it won't no ESPN for real. So osmosis.
I mean, I think ESPN was in '83. I think ESPN started in '78.
Yeah, but your mom wasn't watching it.
No, probably not.
So, like, people pulling the kids out of schools. To go back to the article, parents are pulling kids out of school because of this video. And
didn't they get the part? Didn't those parents hear where they said this is a part of the curriculum? They should be cool.
It should be, but it's not. And the video, quote, openly derides, humiliates, and ridicules white women, unquote. The person said who's Hispanic sees in a letter to the school. And I'm just kind of like, I guess I was a parent. So it's like, yeah. Basically it doesn't say it was graduation, but apparently it was. And basically, a teacher showed me a video that said that, white women are terrible. first of all, what is that about? Then, second of all, it's like, what? Like, why would you do that?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, what was the point of the video? Like, where was this supposed to be teaching these kids the correct amount of white guilt that they should carry with them? Like, I don't.
Yeah,
I didn't get it. But I mean, at least I know it's not part of the curriculum.
That's
I can't believe a school official came out and thought this is going to make it okay. I'm just going to let y'all know it's not part of the curriculum.
I mean, yeah, that's what he wrote, man, in the letter. So, like, is physically in a letter saying this is not part of the curriculum. And then another mom wrote who took their daughter out of Spence mainly because of the wokeness of the school. Hold on, man, $57,000 a year, and they woke. They say the black school. I don't even know where to go with this. Like, I don't understand. Like, I truly don't understand. Help me. I mean, I know you watching, Tigo, but help me out. Man. I'm trying to understand.
I mean, me looking at you ain't gonna help you understand.
I mean, it's like she took her kid out because the school is woke. I mean, maybe this is one of those private schools that are just like really like, you know, balanced as far as like, you know, with the right amount of everybody there. But I can't imagine that in New York, and it being elite.
Not at 57,000. I can't imagine it being balanced.
But they woke, yo. A parent said the school is woke.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. I was hoping you would tell me.
Does that mean they know what Juneteenth is?
I mean, possibly.
Because all right, pet peeve. I'm just gonna go on a rant. People, Juneteenth was not when black people were freed. It's not. The fact that we've made it a federal holiday, I mean, hey, whatever, I get it. But Juneteenth was not. Juneteenth was when people in Texas found out that they was 2 years late.
Correct. That's exactly what it is. When
so basically, the federal holiday that you gave black people was 2 years late. So even our holidays work in CP time.
That's so funny on something else. Because literally, like, Emmitt Smith put out a tweet about it, man, and I was just kind of like, bruh, like, thank you for the tweet. You should have just left it alone, bro.
I mean, look, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? I'll take the day off if they actually start giving it to us. And look, if it starts a conversation of consciousness, like, cool. Like, I'm not trying to dismiss the June 19th thing. I just want all the white people who are trying to like get behind and be allies. Like, look, be an informed ally. Like, you know, matter of fact, stop being an ally, start being an accomplice, man. I need you to be in it with me and not just be supporting me.
And I mean, I think it's fair that I think I made a statement last year when I found out about Juneteenth. Not gonna lie.
Oh, I didn't know about. I never heard of Juneteenth until I was an adult. So, and
I didn't hear about it till last year, and I'm 40 something. And I mean, now I was just like, "What's Juneteenth?"
If you grew up in Texas, Ruben, you probably would have heard of Juneteenth. Hence, because it's pretty much a thing in Texas. Because no, there are a lot of people in Texas because it was literally the day the slaves in Texas found out, hey, y'all was free 2 years ago.
Yeah, but they don't teach it in school, so they'll teach slavery in school in Texas. So I probably would have never found out.
I just have a feeling that people in Texas probably a lot more aware of Juneteenth than people in other places. Yeah,
because it's literally about y'all, late people. Y'all late to the cookout.
And it won't. We're not blaming them for being late. This is the government's fault that they were late because they didn't try to enforce all these states to actually, you know, follow the rules.
I guess the question is, were they truly late, or the government was just like, Nah, they don't need that.
I really kind of want to do more research on it because I really want to know like what white dude it was that showed up and was like, "Dog, y'all not we can't technically call them slaves no more. They free." And somebody was like, "What you mean we free?" Yeah, like 2 years ago. Like
I can only imagine how that conversation went. And it probably was loud, and it was probably around slaves.
First of all,
and the slave was like, "What's free?"
I feel like we're getting way off topic now because we're probably sounding worse than we should because we're not intentionally making a mockery of it. But I am going to say, hey, white people, like that's not Freedom Day. As somebody who I work with who happens to be my supervisor told me, she was like, it's Freedom Day, and I was just like, nice try. I appreciate the effort.
Did you take off Friday?
No comment, man. No comment. What, you a fed? You trying to get me to snitch?
Hey, man. I mean, somebody snitched in New York. So, yo, man, how is the Navy fair? Because normally if kids in the Navy get drafted or whatever, and they go pro.
It's not just Navy. It's all branches of the military.
Well, yeah, I'm speaking of the Navy because the Navy is the one who said no. But normally they don't. Like, I don't understand what the issue is. What, this dude is too good for y'all to let go? Now, if that's the case,
he was number one in his class. He was number one in his class.
You know what? So when it's all said and done, part of me gets it. We don't want to let this talent get ruined by NFL. We would rather take care of that. And he would come out as a captain. Like, literally, this dude's a captain.
Like I said, he's number one in his class.
So it's like so I understand.
He's giving the speech at their commencement. He's literally number one in the class, and he's like, yeah, I'm not trying to get out of my service to the military, but there's an NFL team that wants to give me a contract, and there just so happens to be, 4 other people from other branches of the military who were granted this right this year, but apparently y'all not gonna let me go.
Hey, there's AG. What's going on, bro?
What's happening, y'all?
I heard the music and I didn't see the face. I was like, "Oh, where is music coming from?"
Yeah, I've been in the green room.
Got music.
Green room.
Oh, man, you right on time, bro. We just started talking about the Navy person who the NFL want them, and the Navy's like, "Nah, bro."
Well, I want to go back to what I heard Moby saying like just seconds ago. You said 4 other people were granted permission not to have to do the obligatory 2 years.
Yep, this year in this same draft class. They're in other branches of the military though.
Oh, this is not. So I'm presuming this is Navy because I didn't prepare it all. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, the Navy is not letting this. And yes, I'm going to say this one black guy go, but there are 4 white people from. I think 2 of them are from Army, and 3 are from Army, and 1's from Air Force.
Yeah,
they all were granted the rights to do it this year.
I don't know, but the Navy. Well, all I was going to say, based on what I just heard, was I don't think the Navy is ever going to do it. Now they
did it last year.
Yeah,
they did it last year
already,
and the year before.
I didn't know
like 2 years before that.
So why can't the color dude get off that plantation?
Well, I don't think that's it though. Because Moby brought up a very good point.
He's number one in the class, so they might be like he's too valuable. I think that's the umbrella they're trying to put it under.
No, because I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with it either, but I feel like that's what I feel like there's a specific reason why they kept saying that he was number one in his class, his commencement class.
Okay, well, if he's number one in his class, what is his major? What does he do?
I don't know, but he comes out as he starts his career in the military as a captain.
That's hardcore.
Like he done jump like 4-5 levels.
Because usually you go to lieutenant first, right?
You go somewhere else. You don't go.
Yeah, I think out of college, I think probably lieutenant. I think.
Yeah, that's pretty hardcore. What I'm saying is, you can't. I don't think it's cool. This happened on my job to me, and so I kind of have some feelings about somebody's special place in an entity when there is no real special place there. But it suits management to do certain things, and that kind of infringes on your rights within the job. Because if you don't have a classification they made it so you don't have a classification, and then it's time for you to get the good side of not having a classification, but it doesn't suit them. It's not convenient to them. And then all of a sudden it's a problem. That's what I'm trying to get to. Is this what this is?
And at first, I think that's what we thought it was. Now I'm starting to think differently. I think that they feel that he is way too valuable to risk something happening to him in the NFL, which is highly possible. Now, is that fair to him? No.
I mean,
however, if he's considered a valuable commodity for the Navy, and I would think he would be, being valedictorian. He played football for the Navy, and within all that, he comes out as a captain. Yeah, man, I feel like they might be like, yo, we got too much wrapped into you to let you go. But the problem is, it would have been nice for them to say that instead of just saying no and whatever. Because, see, if somebody would have been like, Ruben, I know you got a chance, but we don't want you to go because we feel like you're too valuable to the Navy. I would probably be like, you know what? I appreciate that. I ain't talking about it no more. Because to me, that says that, we have plans for you for the future. And that could be what it is. The Navy's like, because some of these other dudes, and I'm not trying to disparage any of the other cats who've ever gone for the NFL from the service branches. But yo, man, they might not be this dude. And if this dude is that dude, I'm not going to be mad at the Navy for being like, nah, keeping our first round draft pick. We good. He just going to have to be mad about it.
I hear what you're saying. It's just a bad look.
I think it's a bad look because if that's the reason, they should have just came out and said that's the reason. And they should have told him first because he kind of made the stink on it. You know what I'm saying? But if they'd have told him, look, man, we got plans for you, military-wise. Here's $100,000. Shut up and let's go. He probably would have been like, I'm going to shut up and let's go. I mean, that's my thoughts on it. Because I did not know he was a valedictorian. So then I did not know his worth to the Navy. And I think this is one of those times, even though Trump did create the rules for people who are in the military schools to go play pro if they choose, because he did that in his time. So I think the Navy has the right of refusal. And I think they're pulling right now and be like, nah, bro, we're not gonna let you go out there and lose somebody we deem valuable to a freak accident that can happen in the NFL. If it happens on our watch, is one thing, but nah, we can't do that. And I think that's what it is.
Well, my question to y'all is, how is it still the 2-year rule with the Naval Academy? Because I know Roger Staubach and David Robinson went through the 2-year thing.
I believe so. And I believe, to answer Mocha Cowboy's question, yeah, he wasn't drafted. He's undrafted, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had invited him
to sign him.
Yeah.
And they want to sign him. But I mean, once again, if they want to sign him not drafted, that's another thing. They've seen some value in him. And that's why I'm thinking, I think it's a power play and the Navy won. Because they go win.
Well, actually, they're not going to win. They're going to win. They're going to win a battle and lose the war. What I'm saying. That's why I was like, is it the same 2-year obligation that every athlete that I've known has had upon graduation?
Mocha Cowboy says it's a 5-year commission too. So
yeah.
Okay.
So like,
all I know is David Robinson and Roger Staubach had 2 years to serve after college.
Well, yeah.
Once they did that, they weren't even in the military anymore.
Correct, because what happens is while they're at the Naval Academy, I was blessed with 4 nieces and nephews going through the military academy, the Naval Academy, and like their summers of their 4 years they're doing military stuff. Like they don't come home, they go work, And then after that, they have the 2 years. They do full, like, your job for the next 2 years is military. Now,
Right.
if you want to get out after that, that's on you. But some people, most of them, continue on because they, like, if you graduate from the military academy, like, really, you kind of jump up a couple levels. So you will probably come out. I mean, unless you're terrible, which isn't really possible in the military academy. You come out level, a lieutenant or stuff like. So you get rank coming out the military academy. So, like, yeah, those cats come out with power. So the chance of you leaving that, if first 4 years, maybe not, 8 years could be completely different. But yeah, those cats ain't leaving. But yeah, this guy, nah, man, this dude sounds like a first round draft pick that the Navy's like, nope, he's too valuable to us. We're not letting him go. And he
like
just
I
got
said,
the deal.
It just looks bad.
It does look bad.
And not trying to bring race into it, it really looks bad when this year you got 5 faces of people who tried to do it from different branches, and the one black face is the one that got the no. Well, now the race literally probably could have nothing to do with it. The aesthetics are terrible.
But I was gonna say, let's flip that. And to me, they're saying that the black dude's more valuable than the other 4 guys.
Sure,
You can say that.
I mean, you can say that.
I don't know how true it is, but
you can say that if you want to make the aesthetics look good. I mean, but that's a matter of perspective.
But yeah, but I think this is like, this doesn't happen very often that the military says, no, you can't go play football, you can't play baseball.
In fact, I was looking for it like in recent years. Like, I don't know if they have said no to anyone in recent years.
Yeah.
I think he's the one.
Yeah, but I would say we need to do some more research, but I'm pretty sure I just don't think this guy seems like he's probably more high profile than the rest of them just by being number 1 in his class. He comes out a captain.
Only thing I was going to say was I don't think the military has had an athlete that was like, yo, this is for real. Usually they play well in college. They are college players. They don't usually go any further than that. They go into the military and there's nothing to dispute. Yeah, so that's why it never comes up.
Yeah, and most of the ones who have been in the NFL, they come in the same way he has, which is like undrafted, and you get to a team and stick. Yeah, there really hasn't been a quote unquote superstar from any of the academies.
Sports, yeah, but maybe this dude's a superstar in the military. For them.
I mean, clearly he is. He's number 1 in his class. I mean, that's irrefutable.
So, yeah, and that's I just wish they would have just came out and been like, you know what?
Look at me using the college word. So look at me using the college word.
I know. I was impressed.
Spell it.
Hey man, irrefutable.
You know what? and then the public school jumped out of. Irrefutable. Didn't spell nothing. He said some things, but he didn't spell nothing.
Yep, and that's, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you lose the spelling bee.
Man, that's what spell checks for. I ain't in no spelling bee.
Wow. Wow.
So I can use it in a sentence.
I can always count on you.
Jeez. So yeah, I guess when it's all said and done, this dude ain't playing in the NFL no time soon. And man, go make money at the military because you're a beast. You collected checks already, so who cares?
I mean, you can say that, but I mean, if his dream is to play in NFL, like, he's still going to have to do that service regardless. I can see them. I can actually see the military's position in like, hey, we ain't trying to have you go out there and be hurt, and then we can't quote unquote use you for what we got.
But we want to, yeah.
But I can also just be like, yeah, it's just a bad look. Like if you really want to get the best of the best to want to come to your academies, you probably shouldn't prevent them from this free publicity that you're going to get by letting them possibly be in the NFL.
Well, but the only reason why it's a bad look is because they didn't say anything. They just said no, and that's it. They didn't.
Even if they would have explained themselves, people would still have a problem with it.
Well, people, once again, you're right. People may have a problem with it. However, he may be like, I didn't realize it was like that. You know, I didn't know y'all loved me like that. Because he may not know. And they probably should tell him that they love him like that. Because if he's coming out with being a captain, I mean, financially, he is doing okay for himself. Because, I mean, they get paid. Because
we don't get paid like NFL players.
I'm about to say, and it ain't the same. It ain't the same as. I'm not saying it ain't his dream to be a naval captain, but I'm pretty sure it's probably his dream to play in the NFL.
I mean,
just saying. I think the military is going to lose on a lot of fronts on this, but we'll see how it plays out. Because you can't waive a military signing bonus in front of me when I know I can get that in the first game check. I'm not worried about that. So if it's a money thing, they in trouble already.
And then he's an undrafted free agent. Like, if he goes and gets cut, then he's right back with you again.
He's not wrong, man. I mean, like I said, and if you piss him off good enough, in 2 years he'll be gone anyway. They're going to lose the war if they don't get this right. That's all I'm saying, based on the knowledge that I have. So
I think the situation is they were very unclear on why they said no, and because they were, you know, it seems unfair.
Well, it'll play out.
Yep. So, all right, question of the day. You know, I thought about this question when I wrote it, and I think it's something that we really haven't talked about in detail. So this is probably the time. So the question of the day: vaccine or not? Is there a new civil war happening, or are the rules fair for both parties? And I said it. I worded it that way because recently we've had a couple of instances where people are a little bit upset over certain things, such as the one that most people probably don't know is the Foo Fighters had a concert in California. They sold 600 tickets to this concert. However, in order to buy a ticket, you must have had your vaccination shot. So, of course, you know, the hundreds of people on that day were outside the venue, like protesting, you know, basically like, why can't I be up in there? And they were just like, why is this fair? You know, well, they said you had to have a vaccination shot. I mean, the rules were created by the Foo Fighters. It weren't created by, you know, the owner of the building. So he's just like, I mean, I do what they tell you because I'm trying to get paid. It ain't about you. And so they're just like, well, they're having a thing like that. So I guess there's like, for one quote, it's like, well, what they're doing is saying only vaccinated people, separating humans is not okay. And first of all, the fact that they're saying they're using the term vax, VAX, I mean, first of all, you would think because they don't want to use the full words of vaccinated, they just don't want to say all that. But then they turn vax into a negative stereotype, you know, just like Obamacare with the Affordable Care Act, which we all know how I feel about that. And then, of course, the Buffalo's wide receiver Cole Beasley comes out and it's like, because the NFL has relaxed rules for vaccinated players and vaccinated people.
Actually, it's not even just vaccinated players. It's if you have 80% of your staff and player base all vaccinated, you can go to normal activities. So teams are trying to get to that 80% mark,
which most of them aren't, which is interesting in itself. But Cole Beasley's like, I ain't taking it, and quote, I want to live life like I want. Because basically he's got to get tested every day. He can't be within 6 feet of people. And so basically he's just kind of like, why are the rules so different? Like for people who aren't vaccinated. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I mean, there's an easy answer to that. But the question now is, you know, we have people picking sides. The United States is about 46% vaccinated, you know, as a whole. So, like, all these, you got the vaccinated people and got the and they got the non-vaccinated people. And then it's like, I feel like it's like the Legion of Doom and the Super Friends, like they do in the commercials. They would come together and it's a fight. So the first part of this rule I want to talk about is, are we seeing a civil war happening? Because the unvaccinated people are upset that they have different rules to follow than vaccinated people. Not all of them, just your more standout people, such as Ricky Schroeder, who Silver Spoons, who plays Silver Spoon, who's in Silver Spoons, by the way. So, AG, what are your thoughts, man?
I don't see it as any different. I think it's same crap, different day. Because I'm looking at it as going, it makes me feel like it felt when COVID first, went down to start with, and people were freaking out because someone was making them do something. And so you had all these grown people acting like children.
Yeah.
It clearly states, and these are the same people in this particular part of it. These are the same people who were telling me categorically that if you would have complied, then we wouldn't have had to shoot you 20 times. These are the same people that wouldn't comply with federal, local, and entity mandates to wear a mask so we can hurry up and get up out of this.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to do what they wanted to do. This with Cole Beasley is no different. He wants to do what he wants to do, and now it's optional, so to speak. And that makes it even more crazy for him. It's like, I'm not doing this.
He's even talking about retiring.
Well, whatever. My whole thing with any of this or anything in life is the fact that if you want to not do what you're asked or told to do, then you also have to take responsibility for those things. If you want to be going against the grain, then you have to take the smoke that comes with that kind of friction. Whether you're right or wrong about it is immaterial. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is you don't get to be an outlaw and not go to jail or shot eventually. You're going to get that smoke. So if he has to retire to live his life the way he wants to live it, then I respect that. But I'm not going to respect somebody crying and whining because the situation is what it is and they don't like it, but they won't comply. That's the dumbest thing ever for me. Now, there are people at work, me included. If you show your vaccination, that you've been vaccinated at my job, then you don't have to wear a mask anymore. As soon as I got vaccinated, 2 weeks went by, I was like, hello, thank you, appreciate you. Took that mask right off. But I was following the rules. That's what the rule said. Now, if the rule said you're going to wear that mask regardless to at least 2022, then guess what? I'm wearing a mask. And that's fine by me. But if you're just going to try to buck the system and then mad when you are not allowed to do anything, what? If you want to be allowed to do something, then get vaccinated. If you don't care to be vaccinated, that's your right too. But everything else that comes with not being vaccinated is yours also. Personal responsibility with this. I'm good.
Moby?
I mean, yeah, sorry, I had the intensity of this game was getting to me. I needed a moment. But
hey, is Atlanta winning?
Yeah.
Sweet. I was pretty disappointed yesterday. Or day before yesterday. Me too. So
focus, my brother, focus.
No, when it comes to the I think the question, the way you phrase the question is right. There kind of is a civil war happening, and the problem is there's no room in the middle. And some people might say there should be no middle ground. I'm going to be the complete opposite. There absolutely should be a middle ground, because there are people in the middle like me who's like, yeah, I know I haven't got the shot, therefore I act accordingly. Meaning I realize I'm going to have my mask on all the time. Cool. If my job were to be like, hey, everybody else can not have their mask on, but you got to keep your mask on. Cool. If they're like, hey, you got to socially distance, cool. If they're like, hey, if you don't get this shot, you can't work here no more. Now I got to make a decision. I'm not going to go cry to nobody about the decision. I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm going to either do it or I'm not. Plain and simple. But the people who are making it so that there can be no middle ground is the people who on one side have got vaccinated and feel like everybody should have to get vaccinated just because they feel like that's the choice that's right for them. Great. However, if you're vaccinated, you shouldn't be mad at somebody who's still socially distancing and keeping their mask on all the time, because that person is taking precautions as well. Now, on the other hand, if you're one of those people who's like, I'm not going to get vaccinated, then you need to keep your damn mask on and stay away from people. Like, why are you making this difficult? Like, look, you're not going to catch me at the club right now. I'm not vaccinated. So I'm not going to feel comfortable being right up beside somebody with just, me and a piece of cloth on my mouth. No, that's not happening. I'm going to stay my happy ass at home. If my job were to be like, hey, the only way you can keep going to work is if you get this shot, then all right, I'm going to make a decision one way or the other. I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not going to be mad at my job if they're like, hey, we feel that it's in our company's best interest to have everybody here be vaccinated. If either you down or you not.
Like cool. People in Houston.
Just like people at the hospitals. I'm like, cool. Like, I'm not going to feel like somebody's infringing upon my rights because they're asking me to be safe and to keep them safe. That's why, when I hear somebody like Cole Beasley talking about, I want to live the way I want to live, buddy, you don't get to live the way you want to live if it affects other people. That's no longer your right anymore. Now you're infringing upon other people's rights. However, if he's like, hey, I don't want to get vaccinated, but I'm cool with socially distancing, keeping my mask on, and doing all those other things, I'm with him. Now, if his team comes to him and is like, yo, we trying to get to this 80%, and either you're going to be down or you're not going to be on our team, I'm not mad at his team either, because we're all making decisions in our best interest. However, when your interest starts to affect everybody else's, that's what creates this BS civil war thing where people are out here going, either you're vaccinated or you're stupid, or either you're stupid or you're not vaccinated. Like, when we have this all or nothing approach where we just blindly don't want to act like that there actually is a middle ground to a situation, that's we run into all these problems.
I mean, I thought when the Foo Fighters concert was real interesting to me because, first of all, there are only 600 tickets. So it's not like it was 30,000 people. So those people who wanted to go see the Foo Fighters and they couldn't, decided they wanted to protest. Well, it's not fair that we can't go see the Foo Fighters. Yeah, it is. Because the Foo Fighters said the only way you're looking at us is you got to be vaccinated.
See, that's the thing. Nobody told them that they couldn't go see the Foo Fighters. Go get that shot. Go get stabbed real quick.
I mean, and that's the whole thing. It's like, so they're mad. They're mad. And I think they thought they were mad at the venue because the venue was like, well, I can't allow you to come in if you're not vaccinated. Well, they're just doing what they were told to do. So you can be mad at the venue, but you should be mad at the Foo Fighters, but you can't be mad at the Foo Fighters. I can't be mad at the band that I love to see.
I don't feel like anybody should be mad at anyone. It's like, dude, they are pro getting vaccinated and pro getting past this COVID stuff. So they're like, hey, we want to keep doing our job, which is perform and entertain. But the only way we feel like we're doing it in a responsible manner is to only perform in front of vaccinated people. That's their prerogative. If I was a fan of them, whether I agree with the vaccination or not, I'm not going to lose no sleep over that.
You at least got to respect that they have a some sort of compass.
See, that's the thing. Nobody has to respect anybody. That's where we are in society right now. It's like there's no sense of respecting somebody else's position. It's either you're on my side or you're stupid.
It's very true. And it's hard, like you said earlier. I mean, having a gray area is really tough because, like, it shouldn't
be. It just shouldn't be.
Well, it shouldn't. You're right. Because, like, for those people who are not vaccinated but they follow the rules, I mean, we good. It's those people who are not vaccinated and are not following the rules and will never follow the rules when we say, hey, we need to start wearing masks everywhere. Well, I got to put on a mask. That's against my God-given right. God did not say that you could never wear a mask. I mean, what is wrong with you? Like, that is not in any type of commandments or
It's not your God-given right to be out here spreading death.
Yeah, I mean, like, I mean, what is this? And that's what killed me, man. It's like,
but really,
don't come to me like
that. All we're talking about, man, is personal responsibility.
Yeah,
that's what it boils down.
A lot of people don't have it.
Apparently not, because everything you said, everything OB said, everything I said is all comes back to one concept: personal responsibility. Like I said, if you don't want to get the shot, but you wearing a mask, ain't nobody mad. If you get vaccinated, yay for you. But if you don't want to do either, but you expect to get something that everybody else is getting, wrong answer. You get to sit your ass down. Period.
Go ahead, make your republic of we ain't got no country somewhere else. I mean, move to Florida. They got hits out there for who are not getting vaccinated, apparently, or for anything else. I mean, it's just, to me, it's so annoying because I'm vaccinated and I almost feel like a leopard walking in the food line. I haven't been in the food line, but the Walmart, because if you don't have your mask on, people judge you, man. I'm just like, I just want to be like, bitch, I got my shot. Don't look over here at me. You do you, boo. And you worry about yourself. But it's like, I mean, don't sit here and judge me because I ain't got no mask on. Hey, guess what? I got my shot. You got a question? I got my card with me. Get off my case. You know, they all looking you up and down like, what up, man? Mind your own damn business. I don't sit here and be like, hey, you got your shot and you ain't got one on. I don't be asking people that. My assumption is they should have it. But you know what? As I said before, I wear my mask in Walmart. Why? Because I still don't trust people. Just because you walk around with no mask, that doesn't mean you got no shot. I just feel like, hey, I ain't got to wear a mask anymore because, you know, these people got the shot. They got to wear a mask. Why should I got to wear a mask? I ain't time for all that bullshit. I'd like it better when everybody was wearing masks. Then, you know, if you didn't wear a mask, you look like a douchebag. Hey, you're spreading death over here. Get rid of him. I mean, that's what it was at the beginning, you know. And it's just, yeah. The same thing is like, you know, those people just like, don't judge me. Yet they still look at me like, why you got no mask on? You know, you black. Look, just because a whole bunch of black people decided they want to get it, maybe I decided I did. Who cares? Let it go. I mean, mind your own damn business. But if you out here spreading death, you got a responsibility not to be doing that shit. As y'all been saying, spreading death. That's a statement of the day, apparently. Spreading death. I mean, but man, it's gonna start a civil war, man. And first of all, Ricky Schroeder, this is what you gotta do to get back in the limelight. Because you don't want to get a vaccination, you want to join an anti-vax, bruh. Stop calling it vax. That's just stupid. That's words that are meant to demean people, which annoy me to no end. You know, just like Obamacare, can't stand it, cannot stand it. I hate it when people say it to me.
You okay?
Anybody else got anything on this? Yeah, I'm good. It just annoys me, man. I hate when people turn something around to make it look worse. I mean, because the Supreme Court said we ain't getting rid of this. You know, all these states were like, well, we should get rid of Obamacare. For what? We should get rid of Affordable for what? So all the people in your state got no health care? Well, you know, they have to write down. Shut up, man. You just want to get rid of it because a Republican didn't make it. Stop being a dumbass and keep it moving. Thank you, Supreme Court. Which apparently is supposed to be more to the Republican side than the Democrat side, but even those guys understand, hey, some of this shit makes sense. Why are we going to do this to the country?
That was pretty ironic, for real. That really was.
Hey, guess what, Trump? Sorry about your luck. You put the young lady in there, and she's pretty much said no to everything that you wanted. Have a great day. All right. Anybody else got anything on this?
Nope.
All right.
That horse is dead.
and it's gonna keep dying every week. And yes, Moco Cowboy, that's exactly what they say. That's what they don't judge me. Even though I ain't take the shot, I'm gonna spread my death all over the place. You know. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the Canadians who took the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. Just because we in America didn't prove it, that doesn't mean it doesn't work. So I don't know. I don't know what our problem is with that. So I am very unaware. I know we have a problem with it. I just don't know what it is because we didn't approve it. I think part of it is because it probably cost too much. But hey, whatever. So, AG, man, we missed you earlier. We're glad you're back.
Man.
What else on your mind? What else on your mind, bro?
Well,
sorry about your Orioles too, by the way.
Yeah, well, they're not my Orioles, they're my wife's Orioles, but I love them because of her, and they just suck. So it wasn't a surprise.
At least you're a realist about it.
And well, they're terrible. They have a few good players, obviously, but as an organization, it's just awful. But anyway, it's really cool to go see them play. They got a great place to play. I love going there every year. It's cool, but
yeah, that stadium is really cool. It sucks that they can't win. This stadium's a dope place to be, man.
It really is. It's one of the best places I've ever been for any sporting event. And it's like, how can y'all have such nice digs and be sucky every year? But anyway, that's another.
Spend their money.
Well, that's not true because they would have paid Manny Machado, but he was just trying to get up out of there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They spend their money on their physical stuff and not their people.
Well,
that's why they suck.
Yeah, well, you know. But anyway, I was there today, and there were two things I experienced, and y'all gonna have to let me know. So we're sitting there, we're watching the game, and this dude has a camera. No, he has his phone out, and he says, "Now, mind you, I'm paying attention to the game, but he's talking so loud right in front of me, I don't have any choice but to hear what he has to say." He takes out his phone to take a picture of this, I'm going to presume, Korean couple that was behind us to the, adjacent to us. And he said,
I'm just waiting for this to come out.
I'm waiting for
it. I can't get it out. He said, he took the picture and he said, "My son is dating a Korean girl," and walked off.
Maybe that was his son.
Hold on a minute. What is it?
Nah, it's not appropriate.
Oh, of course not. But I'm just saying, maybe he didn't know. Maybe he didn't know his son was dating a Korean girl right then.
Well,
it's kind of dumb now. That's like a stupid statement.
There's a lot of things that we are presuming, and my wife was just letting me know that, and that's what we were saying when we were there, and we talked about this for a half an hour, going back and forth in between pitches, like trying to get this dude some credit. At the end of the day, well, see, that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, it was racist as hell. He didn't know these people.
Why are you taking pictures of people you don't know? That's stalkerish.
There's no way in the world that he can prove that they were Korean at all. And he just wants to, and at to top it all off, what he said was
he was Caucasian, I assume.
Right.
Oh, they ain't no assuming, bro. Like
that's a presumption.
We can stamp that. That's official.
That's a quote. This is not hyperbole, man. This happened right in front of my face. My son is dating a Korean girl, and just walked off like they were zoo animals, bro.
He dropped the mic on that sentence.
Yes.
Was he talking to you?
Huh?
Was he talking to you?
He was talking to them.
He was talking to them. I was just an earshot because, like I said, they were 2 seats adjacent to us. So they're like in the next row up, and 2 or like 3 or 4 seats over from Lauren.
Wow.
And so we're hearing this entire, it's not even an exchange. He's just talking to these people are like, what? He snapped a picture of them like he was at the zoo.
Like, oh my God, y'all come out and watch baseball?
Yeah, exactly. The second thing that happened was I was going to get my wife something to drink. It was hot today, bro. So I was going to get her a Gatorade. The first time it happened, I think I just wanted to get up out of there. The first concession I went to, I just wanted to get up out of there so fast because the game was starting or whatever it was. Well, this was like the 5th inning. So I get up out of my seat to get her a Gatorade, get what I need to get back in the line, pay for it. And there is a section during the transaction where you can give a tip, or you're asked to. And I was like, number one, I was shamed into doing it because I didn't want to do it, because I didn't feel like there was a tip that was deserved, because I had to do all the work. I had to get up out of my chair. I had to walk up the stairs, walk through the concourse, get what I wanted to get, stand in line, and pay for it. When was I served?
No tip. No, I'm sorry. I'm just call me cheap, but I'm only gonna pay for service.
But see, that's what I wanted to ask y'all. Is this tipping thing getting out of hand? How in the world do I need to tip a concession / fast food worker? And I did all the work. I'm
gonna tell you, like you said about the vaccination, personal responsibility. Nobody made you tip. You did that to yourself.
No. I realize I did it to myself, but what I'm saying conceptually, what?
So the way I feel about this annoys me to no end, because I go to local establishments, I go to establishments who prepare food for me and charge me an amount of money that I definitely don't really want to pay, but it is what it is, and get the nerve to ask for a tip. And I'm thinking to myself, this burrito is $10. Why do you need a tip? Are you not getting paid enough? You need to holler at somebody. Or hey, how about we get another job? I'm not a douchebag, but it's like, you get paid to prepare food. Just like if you're at McDonald's, people don't ask for tips.
They might start.
For what?
Man, I was at a concession stand, bro. That's my whole point.
Yeah, you shouldn't have gave them nothing.
I realize that, but my point is this the new way where if you buy
anything, it's the new way. It's gonna be tipping for everything.
Yeah, it's gonna be for those people.
You did all the work.
If they can guilt you into giving them extra money, they're gonna do it.
Yeah, it's gonna be for the boo-boo fools. Because
I'll be boo-boo the fool this time. I was boo-boo the fool twice. But my question was, are we gonna end up, and especially with minimum wage going to 15, are we going to end up tipping somebody at Burger King?
No, because here's my thought process on that. Your multi-billion-dollar establishments, or $1 million establishments rather, like your McDonald's, like your fast food places, we're not going to end up tipping there just because they make so much money off. First of all,
we are. They're gonna end up asking for it. You might not end up doing
it. You may. I don't. But see, I think they're gonna be the last people. But once again, it's one of those things where, if I'm in a drive-through, I ain't paying nobody no tip. What? I'm paying more to get this food. Why am I paying you a tip? I gotta pay for the gas. I gotta pay for my time. If it'd be fast food, you ain't fast. So 20 minutes in a line ain't fast. You need to rethink your fast food thing. But they may start asking for it. Just for instance, Moe's, man. I look at the tip thing. It says, you pay with a credit card. Do you want to add a gratuity? No. Some places that do subs, you want to add a gratuity? No. I'm already paying for this food. What are you talking about? And it's not like you brought it to my house. If you delivered it, that's completely different.
There you go.
Because you got to do something for me. However, if I'm coming into your building, standing in your line, and you are processing food for me, what? I'm gonna give you some more money because you made the food. I would have rather just go to Food Lion, buy it myself, and pay myself, and it just ain't gonna be as good. But hey, I ain't gotta pay you. And that's what's gonna start to happen, because what's gonna happen is people are just gonna be like, you know what? I'm tired of it. I'll just start doing things myself. And then, well, how come we're not making much money? Well, because you're asking for too much. So yeah, it may happen, but I don't think you'll see the big chains do it for a while. Because the day that McDonald's asks for a tip, that's the last time I'm going to McDonald's.
All I'm saying is it's a slippery slope, and because of that, I'm gonna go with Moby on this. I think it's gonna be a trend. I was shocked today. I was, man. I mean, I wasn't as shocked as when that white dude asked the people to take a picture. They're not zoo animals, man. They're real people. But anyway, I'm like, what? But I think tipping is blurred.
Tipping ain't easy.
Yeah, well, I think they're gonna just shame you into tipping for everything everything that is food service oriented, whether you had to do most of the work or not to get it. I think they're going to shame you into doing it.
They'll shame some people.
That's all.
Yeah, they'll shame some people. They'll shame a lot of people. Not this guy. I ain't got time for that. All right. So, what's on my mind? It's hot.
Okay. Is that all you
got? Look, man.
That's all like when you say I'm fat. Really, bro? That's
like, I hate cold weather. I hate the cold and I hate the heat. I was born in July, but it's like I hate. Like, it's supposed to be 92 degrees tomorrow, bro.
Oh yeah.
What?
It was 90 degrees in Boston.
And raining. Woo. It's gonna be 92 and raining. Nasty. So the cool thing about it is I'm gonna get to see water steam off of my car because it's gonna be raining while my car's too hot. No, like, I love spring and I love fall, but winter and summer, And I used to work outside for 5.5 years, man. Like with shorts on and a t-shirt, man. I hate extreme weather like that. I just hate it, and here it comes. I love the summer. I love wearing shorts, but I don't wear shorts to work anymore. And it's just, yeah, man, I just hate the heat with a passion, So that's what's on my mind, man. I just know I'm about to go into the next 60 days of hate for Ruben. And it's just, I need to just put it on my calendar. The start of the summer to the end of the summer. I hate this.
Well, this is your first day.
I walked outside to go to the gym, and I was just like, man, I felt like I lost 5 pounds just by walking outside. And then let's just be real. And it's not really the heat. The heat's okay. Humidity. But you add the humidity, bro. When you can taste the air because you can taste the water in the air, nah, man, that's not safe. That's just not. It's not, man. You laughing, man. I'm serious.
You shared this show with somebody who lived some of his life in Atlanta, bro.
Savannah.
Savannah. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Where the humidity is worse and the temperature is higher.
They're rocking 100% humidity every day.
I understand that. And where I used to work at in the middle of the summer with no trees, used to be 100 degrees right on the river. Yeah, you already know what that humidity is like. Man, don't get it twisted, man. I just hate extreme heat and I hate extreme cold. And when November gets here, we're going to have the same conversation about the cold weather, man. I can't do it. I hate it. I can't stand it. Because here's my thing, man. It's 65 degrees. It's 65 degrees to about 77 degrees. That's my range. Anything above or below that,
you need to go to California and bring yourself some water so you won't.
First of all, been there, done that. It sucks worse.
What?
The heat is terrible out there.
Where?
Man, in California.
It's dry. It's a dry heat though.
Yeah, that ain't. Oh, that's supposed to be better.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Because I'm not a fan of looking outside and starting to sweat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what happens in California. Man. Just because of dry heat, that don't mean when it's 95 degrees.
Man, in California,
you don't feel all 95.
Man, in California, I see people with long sleeve shirts on. Man, I wish you would put a long sleeve shirt on in Savannah. You would die. You would literally die.
Hold on, man. Bro,
I lived in Colorado for a year, bro. When it's no humidity in the air in the summertime at night, man, that's beautiful, bro.
You're right.
Beautiful.
With no humidity. But when it's 9 degrees,
humidity
near the water, what is wrong with you? Where have you been? There's humidity in California.
California has more than 50% humidity on any given day.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't speak from experience.
It ain't. Hey man, as far as I'm concerned, heat is heat, dog. Humidity is humidity.
That's not really answering my question, but okay.
I mean, the times I've been out there, it's been hot and sticky and bleh. I don't. Hey, look, man. When you're talking 90 degrees, I don't care where you are. No, that's a no for me. Like tomorrow, I wish it was a no for me, but I gotta go work, and I'm just gonna have to deal. And it's whatever. But nah, man. When you're talking 90 degrees, man. I mean, the AC, the car AC don't work good enough for that.
Wow. I do feel your pain. Wow.
I just don't. That's for me, man. It's that season where, Ruben likes being outside. Ruben hates heat. And then on top of that, every bug in America wants to come out too, because the flies are hot. And yeah, that's what's on my mind. It's too damn hot. Mo B, what's on your mind today?
Besides this stressful game,
yo, Land about to do it, y'all. Land about to do it, y'all.
Man, stop, please.
Why? Gotta root for the whole
I'm
thing.
rooting for it, but you haven't been disappointed by people as much as I have been.
I'm a Cowboy fan, bro. Come on, man.
I mean, yeah, but y'all think y'all are good all the time. See, I'm aware that we're
not. That's pretty good.
First of all, I was gonna say, he ain't lying.
That's pretty good. That was pretty good.
Cowboys fans now talking about winning the Super Bowl, and it's like, bro, can you just win like 6 games in the East? I mean, come on.
All right, but seriously, what's on my mind is it's Father's Day. And
yeah, by the way, happy Father's Day, bro.
Thank you.
Happy Father's Day.
Thanks. So earlier today, in a rare IG post, I put up a pic with me and my daughters and everybody, and stated that I didn't want to be celebrated on today because as a father, I believe that my girls are the reason I celebrate. But I do want to actually take a moment to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers and father figures out there. I would especially like to say Happy Father's Day to my dad. I think too often we dehumanize parents, especially fathers. And what I mean is we take the human being out of being a parent. As I've embarked on my fatherhood journey and fallen short many times, I realized that asking for perfection is unfair. To all father figures in my life, I say thank you. From my Uncle Thomas to my Uncle Junior to my Uncle Benji to Emmanuel Betts, aka Pops. Hell, to even my cousin E. I've had many good men in my life, too many to name them all. And what none of them was perfect. So I celebrate you all today. I celebrate you, flaws and all. Now that I'm older and hopefully a little bit wiser, I see with a little more clarity that parenting is something that hopefully we strive to all get better at each day. So I'd like to say Happy Father's Day to my dad, especially. I'm proud of your evolution and your growth. And that's evident in my brother, who's also an amazing dad in his own right. So what I want to say is to all the father figures out there, perfection isn't a requirement. Your presence is. So Happy Father's Day, all the fathers and father figures out there. That's all I got, man.
That was dope. I appreciate you for that. That was dope.
And man, this game is too stressful, man.
Come on, man. Let's go.
Man, it's about.
That just kind of because it was 89-93 a while ago. Now it's 93-92 with 101 to go.
Actually, it's 53.5 to go.
Oh, okay. I was looking at whatever Google's giving me.
Yeah, Google's slow. Yeah. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Especially my father. Got to hang out with him yesterday. He was cool. Went to his father's house because we're gonna have a little thing at my granddad's house in a month or so. But yeah, man, it's one thing to have the title father, but it's another thing to be a father. So, shout out to those fathers who are actually being fathers. And you don't have to have as Moby said, I'll say it a little bit more eloquently, you don't have to go half on the baby to be a good father. Because like he said, whether you are the biological father or you are the emotional father to that child, being present is what's important. And, I think that a lot of fathers out there get a bad rap of not being present when they truly are, or they're trying to be. But look, man, all I can say is, I'm blessed to have my father in my life, and I'm pretty sure, most are. All I can say is, if for some reason, you need to reconnect, do so. I mean, it'll be better for both of you. So, other than that, it's been a great show once again.
One more plea, ladies. Please, next year, I know Father's Day is almost over, but next year, can we stop having all the social media posts that says Happy Father's Day to all the fathers and all the women who are playing both roles? Can we just cut that last part out? Like, if you're a single mom, you're not playing both roles. You're a single mom. And hopefully you have enough good, positive male role model figures in your kid's life so that you're not out here trying to do both, because realistically you're not. And I'm not trying to diminish that, but I feel like that's a really demeaning statement to fathers who are actually trying. Like, we can't even have a date ourselves. We still got to include, because I don't see people up there going Happy Mother's Day. And to all the fathers out there single playing both roles, we don't see that. Like, let's celebrate fathers and father figures, male role models, any guy who has had a positive impact on some kid's life, or if you're currently having a positive impact on a kid's life, like, let's just go. Let's just go with that. Happy Father's Day.
Love it. Totally agree.
And don't be offended if someone tells you Happy Father's Day and you don't have children. Don't be offended, because the hope is that you have affected someone's life throughout your time in your life. One of the things back in the day is when I worked at my last job and I hired staff, it got to a point where they were calling me dad. And at first I was very, like, nah, don't do that. But, part of it, I think it was joking, but part of it also was a term of endearment, So it's one of those things that, hey, look, if someone,
we're getting so close.
This guy.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but he was over there pearl clutching while you was doing your thing. He was over there
so close.
Real.
I see him over there pearl clutching.
Man, it's 96 to 90. I mean, 98 to 92, man. We got it, man. We got it. Come on, man.
Nah, man. Did you see Kevin Durant almost won last night? His foot was on the line, man. An inch is a reason why the Nets aren't playing tomorrow.
You gotta understand, man. When
they didn't get the W.
When you've been let down by your teams as much as I have been, like, I can't celebrate until it's over. And sometimes I still need a moment to decompress. Like, to just make sure.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. He
didn't hit a three. Shake Milton just hit a layup where he probably got fouled and they should have called it, but they didn't. Thank you, refs.
Oh, yeah.
Good job. Good job.
3-foot shot. Okay. So they're down by 4, and Tobias Harris,
Trae Young's on the line. I mean, he ain't been playing well this game, but we winning, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, 5 for 23.
How many seconds? I keep getting 41 seconds.
34.9. Trae Young makes the first.
Hey, look, man, I didn't mean to hijack this show with my fandom, man. Like, we
looking right at you,
man. We keep moving.
You were pearl clutching.
This is the first show that might be a play-by-play of something that's really going on.
So
and Trae Young misses a second.
So the people who are gonna get this podcast, like,
on Thursday,
Thursday, they'll be like, "Yo, what are you talking about?"
Joel Embiid missed shot.
Got to give him some backstory. So,
yep, Gallinari just got fouled. 25 seconds left. If Gallinari hit these two, this is effectively over because they're up by 5.
It's 25 seconds, man. It's not over. I'm an Atlanta fan, man.
I guess you're right. Ever since Reggie Miller beat the Knicks with 3 threes in like 10 seconds, it's never over.
Like, I'm actually getting mad at the Atlanta players for dapping each other up right now. This shit's not over with, man. I need it to be all the way over with before y'all start celebrating.
Gallinari hits the first, up by 6. I'm really doing play-by-play right now.
Yeah, stop. We're good. They don't need to hear about this on Thursday. No, they don't need to hear about this on Thursday.
Yeah, they do. I'm gonna keep this in. See, look, 99 and 94. We're making progress. How many seconds?
99 and a half won't do. 25, and Gallinari hits the second. Up by 7.
194 right now.
25 seconds. 101 to 94. Tobias Harris missed a 3-point J. Joel Embiid makes a 2-point layup. They're down by 5 with 17 seconds left. They're about to foul somebody unless they just call a timeout.
No, they fouled Trey.
I mean, he's 1 or 2. So yeah, 5 for 23 today, man. He decided not to come to play. At least he's hitting his free throws.
They got to win.
KBIACO, you're right. There's nothing like seeing Philly fans suffering. and I'm be honest, man. I don't even dislike Philly fans, man. I love Philly fans, man. I hate the Philly sports organizations for using them like that by putting piss poor product out there, knowing that their dedicated fans are going to root for it regardless, man.
Oh boy.
Trae Young hits the first, up by 6. 17 seconds left to go. 17.1 to be exact.
Like,
wow.
So to all the people who really don't care about this, I apologize that we still up here watching this, because I would have been cool with us ending the show and me just having my moment by myself.
And we're about to end the show because they just got a defensive rebound, and they're probably just about to get fouled with 10 seconds left in the game. They're up by 7. And
they're not even fouling. They're not even fouling them.
They're calling it off. This is done. The 76ers have choked once again.
A Philly fan threw a water bottle on the court.
It's
okay, Philly.
I think the better team won. The better team won, man.
Philly fans, keep trusting the process.
I saw them play. I saw them lose the other night. That's a good Atlanta team, man.
Yo, and our second best player has been hurt the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Hunter.
Yeah, but when it's all said and done, I mean, Atlanta will move on to face the Bucks. Wow.
Well, congratulations, Mo B. I told you, man.
I didn't do anything, man. I didn't do anything. I just sat here and had a whole bunch of Atlanta hats in the background.
So ladies and gentlemen, we will get at least one more week of the Atlanta Hat Brigade in the back of Mo B's house.
First of all, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I'm gonna have Atlanta hats forever. Like I've been rocking Atlanta hats before the season was going on. Y'all just didn't pay attention to it.
Yeah, but you might change it up for something. Or you might put the shoe up there next week or something. I mean, I know you got the shoe nearby. I'm surprised they got it on.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I do have my shoes on. So F you. I'll take
it. So is the game officially over now?
Yes, and I can breathe now.
Good? Okay.
Yep.
Breathe again.
Tension's all in my shoulders now.
Really.
Hey, man, that means you need to go handle that. But thanks again for listening to the show. Sorry it delved into what it delved into, but hopefully you got something good out of it. Once again, thank you to AG. Thank you to Mo B. We will be back next Sunday. I almost said Wednesday. Next Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on your Twitch, on your YouTube. And for those who are listening on the podcast, thank you as well. www.5minutewarning.com. Tell your friends. Hit up on our Instagram, our Twitch. We're trying to get live up there. It's just a beautiful day. ATL won today. Lord knows his team went farther than mine, so I got to hear about this for another year. So,
first of all, you brought it up, not me. I'm not that guy.
Okay.
I'm not that guy.
Not now, but eventually. But look, thank you to those who are chiming in with us as well. Next week, we will return. Until then, peace.
You can send any questions or comments to FIVE minutewarning19@gmail.com.
The 5-Minute Warning can now be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Breaker, Google Podcast, and Radio Public. Share,
like, subscribe.
You've been listening to the 5-Minute Warning with Ruben Brown. Search 5-Minute Warning on the Spotify app. Peace.
Stay safe out there.